Hello, my fellow modeling and tabletop gaming enthusiasts, and welcome to the Mediocre Modeler Show. This week we've got kind of a quick little review of a couple terrain kits from Blacksite Studios. One of these you may have seen very briefly when I did my Adepticon Hobby Hall review, and that is, of course, Willie's Shack. And then recently I picked up the Daydream on Helm Street set, building, house, which either looks to me like the Amityville house, but Daydream on Helm Street, Nightmare on Elm Street. Either way, pretty cool. So without any further ado, let's head on down, take a look at these terrain kits.
So here we have a collection, I guess collection 2 of Blacksite Studios terrain kits, the pre-painted MDF terrain kits with a little Seth for scale there on the boxcar. So let's go ahead, take a little bit of a look at these. So we'll start with Boxcar Willie's Shack, as they call it. It also does include this little shanty, if you so want to use it. So these do come, excuse me, flat packed. They're all just flat sheets of MDF. Instructions are available on their website. And yeah, they are completely pre-painted, but obviously you can do some additional weathering yourself. I've done that with a number of other kits that I've built, but decided with these ones to just kind of go nice and easy. So you can see it is a full boxcar, or a caboose, rolling stock Williams caboose. Even has the running gear on the bottom, and the roof does come off 6 separate pieces here. So you can actually play inside of it. You can see what the inside looks like. Moderately enough detail just to tell. It does have a door that works, so you can, move minis in and out. I guess for 25 mil, not quite big enough, but whatever. It still works. So, yeah, this one took me a little while to put together. I picked it up at Adepticon, just trying to figure out how these wheels went together. But other than that, it wasn't too difficult, just a little trial and error, because I couldn't find instructions for it online. But that's okay. It'll be a nice piece for playing some games with good old rolling stock William. All right, so then this one's ordered a little more recently. This is what they call Daydream on Helm Street. So it's supposed to be like Nightmare on Elm Street. Looks to me kind of like the Amityville house, but what do I know? So this one's pretty cool. It's like my first multi-layer terrain kit, because I think I've got the Nobody's Cabin and I've got some of their destroyed buildings from their historic line. Oh, and I've got the European barn somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where I put it, but I've got a few kits. There are some kits that are becoming last chance to buy now through June 20th, so you probably want to get those ordered. But this one is cool because it's multi-level. Got the nice little porch on it, fireplace on the side that doesn't really lead to anything. Of course, back door, which is wide open, just letting everybody in. So the roof does come off, single piece in this instance for the roof. And you can see the second story, which will, yeah. Why don't I just take it off, make it a little bit easier. So you can see there's the hole for where the staircase goes. You can see beautifully pre-painted, laser cut. So lots of playable surface area in there for a number of games. Games that don't look back, or Ghost Watcher I think will be a good one for this. Might not have quite enough rooms, but that'd be okay. And you can, kit it out with as much furniture stuff as you like. I mean, I have some furniture, but it's good for certain things. And then, of course, we have the actual main floor of the house. And that back door is a little nice and easy. The front door, yep, just as good. Placement of the fireplace doesn't make a whole lot of sense because it's actually in between rooms, but I think it's supposed to sit on this, but if you flip this over, then this piece is at the back. Yeah. Maybe I just built it wrong. I don't know. It works. Not a big deal. And you got the staircase, you got kind of the back room here. I don't think I have a bathroom set like I do for my Nobody's Cabin, so that's kind of unfortunate, but you know, it was a cool thing. I mean, this one took me a couple of nights to put together. It wasn't particularly difficult. I mean, I did have the instructions for it. It just kind of takes a little bit of time just to put them together. You can see you do get a little bit of residue from the cutting process, but that's okay. You can see a nice big mark there. I like to use just plain wood glue to put it together. You can use super glue. I like wood glue, just gives you a little bit more working time, and it is just as strong. I mean, wood glue is some seriously strong stuff. But this should be pretty cool for some games that don't look back or what have you. So, and then it's kind of nice because it's got these notches where levels fit together, so it matches up with, if I put this on the right way anyway. But then you wouldn't be able to see it, so we will turn it around. We'll turn it around this way. So it matches up with those associated notches to hold everything in place. And then of course you got these two up here as well. Make sure that I'm getting this the right way, because this one, again, it's backwards. It has a cutout for the chimney over there. Maybe. I swear, it does actually fit together. You saw it at the beginning. It does fit together. Got one side on, and then we get the other side on. See, there we go. Perfect. So that is the Daydream on Helm Street and Boxcar Willie's Shack from Blacksite Studios.
I sure do love me some Blacksite Studios stuff, whether it be their kits, their games, we'll set here. Especially love their MDF terrain kits. As I mentioned previously, they are paring down the line of MDF terrain kits that they have. Just some of the more complicated ones and some of the ones that just don't particularly sell very well. So if you are interested in picking up some of those, definitely check out blacksitestudio.com. They do have a special section where you can find all of those kits that are going to be on last chance to buy. I know there's a couple there that I've got my eye on. Several that I would really like to have, but just can't spend the money on it. I mean, I don't have $300 and something to spend on the Northwoods Mall set, which would be awesome to have, but a little expensive. But there's a few others, some of the historic ones that I think I'm definitely going to pick up. So those are available for like the last orders through June 20th. So definitely hop on there and order yourself some. They are making these to order, so they're going to start cutting kits after June 20th when that deadline passes. So be sure you check that out and get some awesome pre-painted MDF terrain kits. So let's just take a little bit of time to talk about the awesomeness that Warlord presented at the UK Games Expo this past weekend. I saw a lot of pictures. Spoke briefly via Facebook Messenger to Peter Gosling. Sent me some pictures, gave me some, a little bit of information. He also did some interviews with some folks, but the pictures looked amazing. We got a little more information on some of the new kits. There will be a 2-player starter set. We have some release dates looking at July 4th for pre-orders, and they hope to be shipping by about the end of September. So that is looking pretty sweet. They, of course, had the very, very large-scale model of the new linebacker jump mech for U.S. Allied Forces. Looks pretty freaking sweet. The new Fireflies look awesome. The Stahltruppen and the new Volkspinny looks pretty cool. Has some really cool vibes, really good design elements. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, that's going to be pretty sweet. So it was awesome to really get to see the new kits. The first of the new kits. I think there's going to be a lot more coming down the pipe. So next, I'm guessing we might start getting some rules leaks. Maybe see a little bit more some of the unit entries for some of this stuff. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, that stuff was really cool. I just want to talk about that briefly for a little bit. So, yeah. But yeah, Blacksite Studios, definitely check that out. So, as always, link down in the descriptions has social media. Posted a little bit there lately, not a ton, but definitely go check that out, as well as my Warlord Games affiliate link. So, definitely bookmark that and be ready to hit that on the 4th of July and get your pre-orders in. I'm really hoping that I should be able to at least pre-order something that day. Question is going to be, how much am I going to end up pre-ordering overall? Because I want it. I really just want to be able to, at a minimum, pre-order the 2-player starter set right out of the gate. But we'll see. Yeah. So, yeah, that's all we got for this week. Sorry for missing last week. Things just kind of got a little lost. Booked solid with commission stuff right now, which is great, so I can get money to buy more Conflict 47. But also the kids started baseball this week, so we're going to be a little bit busy. Between my wife and I, it's 3 nights a week. Practice for one kid one night, practice for the other kid the next night, and then games the same night. So we're going to have a pretty busy summer. But that's good. That's good. Kids are out playing sports instead of being on their tablets and their switches and all that stuff. So, but as always, folks, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. Let me know how I'm doing. Leave me a comment, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined. And until next time, may your paints be thin, your brushes be pointy, and your dice be hot.